and diplomacy is dead in all of that and has been for a good few years. And of course, all of that applies completely to the, if you like, root causes of the Ukrainian conflict, and I indicate that a little bit in the book, that the failure to engage in that, any engagement with Russia, was considered a appeasement, or considered a capitulation, or giving credibility and legitimacy to Russia, which is an extraordinary position, because precisely diplomacy, in my understanding of it, is precisely to engage with adversaries and to deal with differences. And diplomacy between allies, of course, exists, but genuine diplomacy of the summit sort. And this brings us to a final point on this: that at the heart of the United Nations system is a vision of, and of course the counter or the anti-hegemonic alignment of Russia, China, India, and its BRICS partners and so on, is a notion of sovereign internationalism. So when people say, like those old defenders of liberal internationalism, oh, you want to go back to Westphalia, I'm saying no. This Westphalia, you just have these states bumping into each other like billiard balls. No, we're talking about Westphalia plus national sovereign states, but engaging in internationalism, multilateralism. And that's the model of multipolarity which you mentioned earlier, rather than the way that American commentators nowadays say to Putin and to Russia and to China, you wanted multipolarity. Well, guys, this is what you got at the end of it. You've got this. This isn't multipolarity, what the United States is doing. And that's why I argue we have to have conceptual clarity in all of this. Multipolarity includes a vision of multilateralism, commitment to sovereignty and internationalism, working together for common issues, as opposed to the liberal globalism at the heart of the old political West, which itself is going. And so liberal globalism, of course, in my fourth model of international politics today, is simply a power-based model, which of course, all power is always going to cloak its actions in in benign or in I was going to say sheep's clothing of one form or another, that we're doing it for the good, the public good. But of course, that is a cover for, indeed, today, rather brutal power-based type of international politics.